Discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want most. Abraham Lincoln. Boy, that is a great quote. Do you want to master the charts? Do you want to have financial freedom? Do you want to be able to buy and sell stocks and ETFs successfully? Well, you got to invest 10 to 15 minutes each and every day. Otherwise, you are choosing what you want now, not what you want most. Let's jump into these charts. Stocks are mixed for the day. Bonds are down. Gold is up. Bitcoin is down. Let's jump first into the S&P 500. It's pretty much flat, technically 0.02% down. Let's look at the half-day chart in particular. Average volume in the morning with lots of indecision. Down a touch in the afternoon. Now, if we look at these horizontal purple lines we've put in here, these are potential areas of support that we want to see if indeed things push through the first and then accelerate even more pushing through the second. We will keep an eye on things as the charts move along and as we see things adjust in the marketplace. Right now we're above, just above the band, the first band. We can see that we have a fairly horizontal trend line. Not a whole lot happening there, but again, keeping just above it on the 2-day, the weekly, and the half-day. Although the half-day could be coming down toward it. We'll just see as we get to the end of the week. Is this market going to continue to weaken? Is it going to pop back up again? Where's it going to go? We don't know. Now, those of you who are Patreon members, do check out the charts. We always have that caveat that that's just the math. That's not the secret sauce. But we like to have that with us to know what those percentages are over time. And I just encourage you to take a look at that. Also look at the charts. Practice trade all you can. We're sort of in a little bit of a limbo right now. Let's look at where we are with the NASDAQ. It's up some for the day. 0.27%, but look on the half day how it's staying below the weekly trend line that is down, not up like the S&P. You can see we had average volume in the morning like the S&P, lower volume in the afternoon. Lots of indecision, just not getting enough energy to push through. On the 2-day, we got a green spinning top just below the weekly trend line, and of course a red down candle, but not reaching the low of last week. Volume looks decent. On Wednesday, got 2 more days, probably hit to average volume or above, so that's good. Let's see where things continue to go. Bonds pulling back down for the day, 0.53%. Doesn't really look like it on the half day, but we're staying below that potential ceiling. We popped up above it in the afternoon on Tuesday and down below it on Wednesday. So let's see if that really is some kind of ceiling. Now we see we sort of breached this one, but we do have another potential one right here. And now I always like to take, this is how you actually get it to go in the right place. Well, there we go. Okay. And that will help you get it where you want to get it. And again, we could reset that if we wanted. We've not hit that high yet. We're staying below it. We sort of pierced the one that we saw back on the 26th of January, but that other interim high back on the 15th of January we've not gotten up to yet. I'm just curious if bonds are taking off or going down, and that may very well be dependent on what's happening with stocks. They can sort of work the inverse of each other a little bit unless there's a real market pullback, then everybody's covering the shorts in the market. So we'll see, and that just can mean a sell-off across the board. So let's just continue to watch, wait and see. We do see some bullishness on, again, you notice that we don't have a trend line here because we don't have a trend. I can't draw a trend line. I got nothing. Bottom up, top down. You can't even connect candles here, my friends. So again, I could run a trend line on the 2-day, but what would that be? That would be, again, almost horizontal. So let's just wait until we actually have a trend line. Maybe next week we'll get another green candle. Maybe things will push through this potential ceiling, and maybe we'll go long bonds. Not yet. What do we see going on with gold? Up again today. up 1.11%. I say up again today. I'm trying to remember, was it up yesterday? It looks like in the afternoon it pulled back, so maybe not. But again, gold, like we wrote in our point paper for you guys, you can still find it on the website, chartingwealth.com. You have to go back a little bit. It's the last training we put up if you search that way. And again, we talk about what the conservative folks are telling us about what happened, sort of what the angle is by the majority of people, then what the alternate, the conspiracy line is, and then what's really happening when we lay it all out. The bottom line is the market did adjust a bunch to just this crazy movement, but we still have some bullishness left, we believe. In fact, there is still a bull market in gold and silver. So again, when you have these crazy run-ups like this, the market does have to adjust, which it has done. Like it or not, that's what it has done. Whether you like the way they did it or not, that's a whole nother thing. And if you were buying gold at the wrong spot, you're still way underwater. Hopefully you weren't. And we will continue to watch, wait, and see as things move along. Now, again, I tell you, we're an education firm. We're not a stock, bond, gold, Bitcoin calling service. We're an education firm. I want you to practice trade with us. We're not giving you market advice. You're not paying us for it. And we're not offering it. What do we see going on with Bitcoin? HODL. This is our favorite Bitcoin chart to trade. Now, of course, the inverse is what? BITI. That's one. It's one that we like, that I've actually traded before, that I like, that is fairly liquid. What do we see going on with the down move? Well, pulling back again 1.85%. We had the most recent low in Bitcoin back on the week, the afternoon of Tuesday, the 5th of February. We popped over up and now we're starting to roll back down. Haven't hit that low yet, but down in the morning, doesn't look like it went quite as far down in the afternoon. But again, a strong down trend line. We've been bearish on Bitcoin a while. And, we had hoped it was going to take off and start moving up on these 2 weeks in early January to mid-January, and then died on the vine, my friends. Kept moving on down. You can see we have a purple line here. You can't see it on the 2-day or the half-day, but you can see it on the weekly. We go all the way back to this low in August of 2024. Is it going to go down there and to die? It may. It may. That may be where it finally stops. We've already penetrated the prior low from April of last year. So we're going all the way back to 2024. And again, it may go that low. What are we at now? About $19. That's all the way down to $14.32. That's a big drop, and it may very well do that. People give up on Bitcoin all the time. And you know when to buy Bitcoin? It's like everything else. Buy when everybody's selling, when they just, and I don't mean selling, when they capitulate, when they say, it's done. It's done. It ain't going nowhere. It's dying. Then you can buy cheap. And what about selling? Well, you sell when everybody thinks it's going to go up forever, just like gold. Going to go through the roof forever. And of course, if you would have bought that, if you would have sold that top, man, you'd have been in the money. You can wait for it to drop and buy back cheap. But that's the skill set you want to build, my friends. That is where we are as we end the day on Wednesday. 2 days left in this market for this week. Thanks so much for being with us. Always love to hear from you. CW@chartingwealth.com. God bless, my friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth.